quite a bit. So I think we're all right.
All right.
It's going into the red.
How's that look on this one? Okay.
Oh, it's in the red.
All right.
I mean, so
All right.
it should be pretty good. I might
All
even
right.
have to turn it down after this episode.
All right, well, we'll try this
See how it
episode and
goes.
see how it works out. So, yeah, for those of you listening to the pre-roll right now, Rob was a busy little beaver this week and has put a whole new mixer board on our setup.
What the hell?
And got all our, we're changing over the miking from a single mic to multiple mics. That's just because we want to turn people down. So, Larry, looking at you.
Yeah, turn it down. It's
Just hit the mute button. Just hit the mute button. Just hit the mute button.
the Larry mute. It's called the Larry mute.
He's got a button on there. He literally labeled it Larry mute.
I love how the phantom line, like how long. It's like you just fade out slowly. You just die.
So, hopefully this will help with our crosstalk issue.
Hello? Hello? Is anyone out there? Anyone? I can talk loud enough it'll pick up on your mics too!
You probably could. That's not going to be an issue. But so this will have a sound more like when we're doing the interviews on the road, where we're using individual mics. So hopefully the sound quality is going to be a little bit better and easier to listen to while you're listening in your car or at
Is that what we're
work.
going for? Easy listening? Is that where we're at?
Welcome to the easy listening version
Say
of
it.
Guys, Games, and Beer.
Welcome to the NPR version of Guys, Games, and Beer. On tonight's episode, we're going to be talking about toxic gaming
How many parts?
in 3 parts.
Oh man,
Yeah, so
might have been a mistake. I don't know. Yeah, we're definitely in pre-roll. Let's start recording it so that we got a recording of it. There. Yeah.
As we're changing things up, should we start every episode with a dad joke?
Yeah. I'm a big fan of dad jokes. My niece loves dad jokes, so we like
You've said that
back and forth. Yeah.
that is really weird.
Still weird gal.
She's a 20-something.
Yeah.
Okay, and she likes dad jokes.
Yep. She thinks they're hilarious.
You know? Something kind of subtle and
There's something kind
enjoyable
of
on it.
innocent in a good dad joke.
Yeah.
It's not blue. It's usually not. It's very straightforward. Yeah, they are kind. They have their charm.
Well, it's connecting. I'm just waiting for waiting for Facebook to connect.
All right.
Anytime now, it should just start. Or we're not doing. Are you going live yet? It says I can go live, so maybe it's just not updating.
No, let me check and see if we're if it listed as live on Facebook.
It won't because I haven't gone.
No.
I'll go live once.
Go
and
live.
See what it does. Yeah, it's weird.
That's typical.
You can stop. it.
live from the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, that's us already. It does say we're live now. Yep,
Oh.
yep. I'm
Alright.
seeing it. I'm seeing it now. That was kind of weird. We're always from the bottom of the barrel.
Kind of chugging out of the gates here, like just kind of
Just sitting there.
Not really.
It's great stuff.
Not really moving forward here.
You see it? You don't care anymore, do you?
Let's see.
It's like Rob says it's on. So.
I got nothing yet on either YouTube or on Facebook. I haven't gotten a notification yet. Now those can be a bit slow though.
Let's see. I can probably.
Let me see if I've got a individual notification.
I'll do a search here for guys.
No,
in
for the love
beer.
of fudge.
Which we've. Oh yeah, yeah. It's definitely on YouTube.
All right.
See, there's us.
I haven't
And
gotten
You
a
can hear us, by the way.
I haven't gotten a Facebook notification yet. Yeah, I did get a YouTube notification now.
I don't know. Facebook half the time it just doesn't go. I don't know, but it does say it's connected and it.
All right. Well, if it's on YouTube, that's fine. We can start with that.
Is what it is, you know. Is what it is. Okay, wait. 3, 2, 1. Are we there? We're there. I see it. Okay, and 3, 2, 1, and
We're live on Facebook.
live from the 6th subfloor basement of the Guys, Games, and Beer Towers. It's the podcast that can only count to 4. Guys, Games, and Beer. I can only count to 4.
That's not the name of the song. It's called Numbers.
Damn it! What's wrong with you guys? Can't get anything right.
No, we can't.
No, we
So we had a very large discussion about the Psycho Stick song, I Can Only Count to 4, which is not the name of it,
No, it's numbers.
but that's what if you tell anybody, Psycho Stick, I Can Only Count to 4, they will know the
They
song.
know the song, and they know that. Well, we're going to see them. We're going to see them very shortly.
Yeah.
We're days away.
We're going to see them twice very shortly.
Yeah, that's true, but we're going to see them at a gaming convention coming up.
Yeah,
So,
so we'll talk about that more later during the show. But yeah, so we've got a couple of times we're going to see them. And if you guys have not seen the band Psycho Stick, they are freaking amazing.
Yeah.
They are definitely worth your viewing time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are the
And listen,
worthwhile
look at that.
version.
See, I already proved why we don't do that.
You're not
They,
Once you hit the mic.
they are the worthwhile version of a Psycho Stick. But you know where you don't want a Psycho Stick? In your gaming.
Yeah.
In your online gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today's topic is that was a good.
That was Larry is the Segway king.
Is gaming culture toxic? And I'll start with just I'm gonna start with the basics because this was I only did the basics. I only fact checked the basics. So I'm gonna warn you ahead of time that the statistics are all over the damn place on this.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Because it's from different sources, and I had Copilot come up with some of them. So
Right, so the statistic from Toxic Gaming Research
maybe is not very valid.
they found none.
Yeah.
Their research might have been a little skewed.
So wait a minute. May I point out? Not only did Rob set up new microphones, we have show notes again.
First time in a while.
It's been a minute.
Hasn't happened in the
Well,
studio.
yeah, I figure we've been doing the show for 11 years, and the last
12.
time, 12 years, and the last time we had show notes was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
All right.
Hasn't been that long.
Sounds like a proper statistic.
Hasn't been that long. Okay, so
We'll start out with that surveys conducted in 2020 and 2021 by the Anti-Defamation League and PickFu and Utopia Analytics found that between 70 and 81% of U.S. adults who've played online multigamer have experienced some form of harassment. And I guess if you're... that's probably true because definitely I have, but not like it hurts harassment. But I can understand how...
Rob,
some
not much
people-
hurts you.
Not much hurts me. I only got one feeling. The types of harassment, by the way, my wife has had number one, which is physical threats, stalking.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And sustained harassment, which I've never had sustained. They're not. I have very lackluster harasser. Just basically, I'm a harasser.
Yeah, I'm not harassing you.
I did have one do it for multiple, but.
Were you harassing me? Yeah, but you're boring.
You harassing me? I'm kind of bored.
I suppose that's a serious topic. Maybe we shouldn't be so joking.
Probably not. I did find it's not in here, but I did find that different types of games are more likely to have
First-person shooter?
toxic culture going on. Yeah, first-person shooters seem to be the number one kind. Although there are some, I guess Valorant actually has a fairly low one. But
I rarely
Call of
have
Duty.
this, I rarely have this problem with turn-based strategy games.
Yeah, I'll say Hello Kitty Online. I've experienced almost no harassment whatsoever.
Usually when I'm playing a board game version online, the people will sometimes mention, "Are you sure you want to do that move?" That's how nice they are.
Yeah, see, that is a completely different atmosphere.
The day of GG is that. Although I will still occasionally get like a GG on a close game on Call of Duty, which are my favorite kinds of games. I guess I'll kind of start with Call of Duty, which is probably the most toxic. I hear that CS:GO is more toxic.
Is it
Really?
the most toxic just because it's popularity?
It might be.
You know, I mean, it's a very
it sounds good.
insanely popular game, and so you just get you get a large volume of people.
I think the age too affects it a bit. There's a wide swath of ages on there, and I think the younger ones, they tend to, not the youngest ones, but I think that the teenage ones tend to do a lot. Get off my lawn, you damn kids!
You're right about that.
Most do seem to be in their like early 20s, late teens.
A large swath, I could see where you get generational banter.
Yeah, where it's like.
Now, are you dividing this?
Not in this one, but
is punking people, like
I think crap talking.
Crap talking.
They took a wide swath on this. I think crap talking. I think that's just kind of part of gaming. I don't have a problem. I don't. Oh, I can say that on here. I don't shit talk people online much, only because I know that like all sorts of people play it. They might just be enjoying themselves or whatever.
And a little trash talk, punk talking, whatever you want to call it, is okay. I mean, that's not. Yeah. I don't consider. It's not.
I don't consider.
Oh, come on, dude, aim straight. Whatever. You're trash talking me. I'm good.
Right.
Oh, you missed me by a freaking mile.
Even calling you a camp or whatever.
Right.
I think that's.
I don't consider that trash talking. I really don't.
Well,
that's not toxic. I mean, it's trash talking.
It's toxic. Yeah, right. I don't consider that toxic.
Really? Did you just do that? Are you a noob?
Right. I don't consider that trash talking.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I mean, it is,
toxic
but it is
toxic.
It isn't necessarily toxic, know.
I mean, it isn't.
No.
I think all of it.
Well, if you said, you know what, you fucking idiot, I'm coming for you, and I know your face.
That happened
and your address.
That happened to Darlene, where they actually told her she better watch her back, and he got kicked off.
Well, yeah, I hope so.
And then his mom made him apologize. Because he apologized. I think his mom made him apologize for what he'd said.
Oh, good.
Although I came on as Darlene to go F with him some, and I probably made him a lot madder than he originally was. I said some pretty nasty stuff. I said, "Yeah, you're probably the best player in your trailer park," and I was really going. I don't think.
It turned out he really did live in a trailer park.
Yeah,
and he was already feeling
really bad. And I'm the abuser.
Right. Okay, so for those of you who have not played online with Rob, Rob is just a one-line king when it comes to putting you down if you...
I don't start it.
No, he never starts it. Rob never starts shit. But, trust me, Rob is going to finish it.
But...
And you will not know where that knife came from or how it got so deep in your back.
You can sneak up on Rob, though.
Yes. You
his shield's down.
Yeah, we're Rob's shield down, but that ain't often, kids.
Well, we should not be encouraging it, I think. Now, is there a statistic as to, is it affecting... So, one of the problems I saw with the concept of the purge is that the next day... No, I'll come around.
Okay.
Come around.
Please bring us around.
Coming around. Hold on.
We went from online toxic culture to the purge.
Which is pretty toxic, to be fair.
Right. No, it's very toxic. Is that at the end of the day, or at the success of purges, you end up with just more and more horrible people.
Right.
Because they've killed off the people that aren't willing to do the very horrible thing.
Right.
So, bringing it back to this topic, if you have a toxic culture in video games, do you push off the people who might not be willing to do the horrible things and just stop playing?
There are statistics on that. People do stop playing.
There's actually a statistic on it. Again, take them with a grain of salt.
Right.
About 60% players have quit a game session or stopped playing a game permanently. They combine those two due to harassment.
Yeah, I mean,
according to...
If I'm online playing a game...
According to MSU Today, by the way, that's Michigan State University.
So, again, I played, as you know, for a long time. I was a daily gamer and first-person shooter games, particular Halo...
Splitgate.
Halo and Splitgate. I'm trying. Why can't
Splitgate's not that toxic.
Splitgate's not toxic at all. I was always very impressed with
And
that.
Halo's not that bad
Actually,
these days.
the Halo, that's what I was just going to say. Both of those, I really didn't find toxic
here's
at
the
all.
question.
At all.
Not modern.
Splitgate, I can't remember. I did play it for a while when you were really into it, but I ended up not playing it much. Do you think an element that mitigates this is if it's team based?
See, that's what I would say, because both of those games I played were team-based games.
I mean, some people. You know what? I haven't seen this much recently, but there are some people who like blast their teammates. But that's not really. That's trash talk. That's not really.
Right, thank you.
Hateful. There's no hate speech going on there other than they hate you as a gamer.
Right, because
that's
screwed
fine.
up.
You know.
Right, I screwed up. That's
fair
not
enough.
okay.
I didn't suck.
There
that
might be a
game.
grain of learning there. Like, no, you don't pick up the grenade. In fact, I learned a lot when I was playing. When I first started playing Killing Floor, and they would stop telling me to go in corners. I'm like, stop going in corners.
Quit looking down, Larry.
Quit
Quit looking down at your feet, damn it. Why are you looking at your feet?
And you know what? I learned.
Well, see, now that's another game, because it's a team-based game. I did not see a lot of, and we played it, as you well know, we played it.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody like really talk smack, even like in public lobbies where
Were you
can
going
hear
to say
talking.
Overwatch?
No, we'll get into that in a bit, because I played Overwatch too, and that's not team-based play.
It is.
It
No,
can be, it can
it
be.
It is because each person plays a role.
Yeah,
in
my
it.
favorite character
I mean, I
is the
suck
Angel.
at some.
Oh yeah.
I just go
Are you
around.
the Angel?
Yeah, I just run around healing everyone.
I do a tank, and yeah, I get hate. And I'll admit it.
Someone's
I'm not
got to
a
be
great-
the medic.
I'm not
Yeah.
a great tank, you know.
I'm not thinking Overwatch. What game am I thinking?
Although I am very KD
Fortnite.
positive.
I'm thinking
in it.
Fortnite.
Oh, Fortnite is
Toxic
squeaker
as
heaven.
fudge.
Yeah, that's a.
But that does bring up the point. I really do believe you're right that team-based play makes it a lot less apt
At least on
that you're a lot less apt to run.
penalty shot. We're right
I
back.
apologize for that. I literally had it on,
And it's still running.
and it's still rang.
It's super important.
And we're in a subfloor. Which,
Yeah.
you know what?
Usually you don't get much
You
of a
know-
signal down here.
You know what? AT&T, wait for throwing things down.
Yeah. So they actually have those ground-based. They bought those from the government.
So I've played Fortnite, and Fortnite, yeah, you get a lot more of.
You played Fortnite?
Yeah, I did for a little bit. I tried it out.
I don't get it.
I never
didn't
played
either.
Fortnite. So
I did.
can't-
It was okay. It's nothing spectacular. I just didn't enjoy it that much.
There's gonna be some hate mail right there.
Well,
Feel free to send
don't
that to admin at guysgamesandbeer.net or
I
ScottBoyTV at guysgamesandbeer.net.
I don't have any opinion either way. It just never looked attractive to me.
No.
But I felt like it was skewing younger than me.
Oh, it's
so
very young.
My kid
so
was
it
way
just
too
makes
good at it.
sense.
Yeah, it's 20-somethings, and yeah, that's not really my crowd. That being said, I think, like I said, I think you've hit it on the head. I really do see that in games that I've played, that single player, when you're playing by yourself.
Hey, George.
As an individual character, and everybody's playing as an individual, I think you're right. I think there's more opportunity for that toxicness to come through. If you're on a team, we're going to silence you if you're being toxic. Who's ever leading that team has that, in a lot of games, has that ability.
As your adults.
And do you
Well,
think so if you're an individual, so like we played Killing Floor and a few others, and we played as a team and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and like I played Overwatch, and and I didn't kill a single other character, but I healed a shit ton.
Yeah.
And so my character still got a lot of rewards.
Right.
Right. So, but if the game design is, if I wipe out as many people as possible, I get way more rewards.
Yeah.
That could lead to more aggression.
Yeah,
You know,
a more toxic environment in game.
Yeah.
That's going to spill out to your chat
I'm sure
during the
like
game.
there are toxic games in there. I have never actually experienced that, and I have. On the flip side, I've not actually experienced much cheating in it, or
Yeah.
what I would have construed as cheating.
In what?
I played quite a bit of
In
it
what?
in what do you call it? What you were talking about?
Overwatch?
Yeah, Overwatch. I have not experienced a lot of cheating
But
in
so
Overwatch.
but that's what I'm saying. But Overwatch is a team-based game.
Yeah.
And that kind of, whereas is Call of Duty?
Call of Duty
I
is
have to
team-based.
admit,
So you are-
I may be the sole guy who has never played Call of Duty.
So
And
yeah,
anyway,
TDM is.
But my
What's
thought
the play?
is, in my experience and having watched people, is that it's an individual experience. You get your own experience when you go in and you do whatever it is you do, and so me wiping out other people is other people is better than helping the team out.
There is modes. I'd say that in TDM, if somebody's cheating on your team, it does hurt the other people because it causes the spawns to wreck all the other players because they'll just run directly to targets and they'll end up spawning behind you because they don't have to look around. If you're cheating, you don't have to look around. You've got like a wall hack and you can see around. You can kind of tell if somebody's playing. There are some really good players out there that can be indistinguishable. Plus, you can get a very bad server. I think it's the most toxic because of like streamers, and it's been about like 2 of the best Vanguard streamers were both cheating. They got caught cheating. They got kicked off cheating. So I think there's a rather large cheating culture there, and I think that's a pretty toxic group. If you already got a morality problem if you're cheating in a game.
Right.
In a multiplayer game, if you're cheating alone, I don't give a crap. But if you're cheating in a multiplayer game, you've already got problems, right? Who the hell wants to play a game where you're basically guaranteed to win? It doesn't sound like fun to me. I love close games. They're my favorites. Oh, by the way, matchmaking was great last night. It was like, we lost like most of them, but they're all like within 5 kills. I'm not kidding. It was a great experience.
And I'll tell you that experience of a close game, I mean, it's the same in the board game. So I've actually been playing more
Nice.
board games, and I've been
Hey,
playing
Jerome.
Frosthaven quite a bit with a group, and there's been a couple ones where we just wiped the floor with the scenario, and there's been other ones where it was like razor thin and we won, and that was so much more satisfying.
Thank you. You feel much better.
In fact, I'd rather lose a close game than win a shutdown. Mm-hmm. It feels better. It just feels better to me because it's like, well, I tried my best,
Right.
You know, and they just did that little bit better than me. I love that.
Let's jump back a little bit here.
But I mean, that's neither here or there.
So we talked about the player retention, and yeah, you're right. People will stop playing it. Let's talk about the mental health issues.
Oh yeah, there's actually some that aren't listed in here, but toxic gaming environments can negatively impact players' mental health, and it does lead to stress, anxiety, because if you're not heavily socialized and you're playing games, what they say, can hurt your feelings. Me, I don't give a shit. It does a shit.
Rob's got no feelings to hurt.
Yeah, I got very few feelings. But it definitely can. And one of the statistics quoted, I left it out of here because I wasn't 100% sure how truthful this is, but 10% of people reported getting like suicidal thoughts due to the harassment they were getting online.
Wow.
Well, and I could.
That's kind of scary.
I could see this if
a lot of people.
it's the majority of your social interaction,
Right.
and you're being negatively bombarded so much,
Right.
that your worthwhile might dissipate.
It could kill your self-worth, yeah. If you're already socially awkward and gaming all the time,
Yeah. Fair enough.
this was me.
I-
So
Yeah.
No,
But, I mean, we're not-
believe in that.
We're probably in gaming culture.
that's a good
We're,
example
in
here.
gaming culture, we're probably above average in socialization because we do actually socialize with people on a regular basis.
It's called forced socialization.
Yeah, it's, yeah. All right, that is absolutely true
It's
because
not forced. We're all extroverts.
It's
It's
just different ways. I like.
Oh no, I'm an introvert. I just fake it well.
I like small groups and big groups. I don't like as much. I just don't. I don't enjoy it as much because I don't get as much out of it. So being a small group person, I really love that kind of interaction in a small group.
The other thing I'm going to say is I'm not going to. anonymity. I've said it wrong, but all right, whatever. You guys can move on. The idea of I'm behind something has freed all our inner demons, and that's more of a social media effect than specifically a gaming effect. But it also would happen naturally in a gaming setting that's online, because it's the same effect. You're behind a wall. So,
Yeah.
like, if you're standing next to a person and you want to suddenly call them a fucking a-hole, and they might punch you in the face and retort.
We have retorted.
I do have this discussion.
You clearly, bite your tongue a little. And even if they are, right?
You'll still bite your tongue.
You still bite your tongue. So I feel like some of this is just generalized social media effect. So, what's like, I mean, there are things.
A lack of socialization, I think,
Right.
is that, because
I think it's
you would get punched in the face, that's right.
Yeah.
so.
So you kind of learn
the anonymity is part of it. He's right.
to not be so rude.
So for
You can be
me,
punched in the face, right?
Civility.
Except me, I got punched in the face a lot.
Civility, social civility
Slower.
has a little bit been undertaught, and there's been some freedom in social media that has been like great in a lot of ways, because it has allowed LGBTQ to be more free to
Right,
express
'cause you can connect
what
with
they
people,
are
yeah.
and connect with and connect with
and
like
there's
people.
been other people, other situations.
It is good for those groups, but
So there are.
One of those? Thank you, sir. Sorry.
So, but I mean, the downside of such freedom is that, and this
Toxic culture.
This is kind of like we are seeing the effects of, if anybody remembers the UK show, Peep Show.
yes,
And one of the major event and one of the ideas of Peep Show is that we hear everybody's inner thoughts.
Oh.
Well, in
I don't know
social
anybody
media,
do that.
we are now hearing everybody's inner thoughts.
Yeah, we
and
are.
it's like,
Yeah, that's really
no,
good.
we're supposed to keep those inner thoughts
Right.
in, because
their inner thoughts.
they're inner thoughts.
Okay, so
Oh my God, can you
you're-
imagine that?
But you're right, the anonymity of it all. But this doesn't. But what? So social media is just an extension of it. This has been going on in gaming since we started gaming, online gaming.
Oh, sure, there's always been
Right, and you're right.
some.
It started with that in early online gaming.
But we used to
That's
just
nothing
punch
new.
each other on the couch.
Right.
So you'd at least think about it. a
Okay,
little.
that's
Yeah.
that's
That's right. That's right.
Everybody here has been punched on the
What are
couch
you,
and
couch
has thrown the
puncher?
punch.
That is
Oh, yeah.
that,
That's hard.
debates tonight.
Yeah.
The social, but before social media was toxic, early online gaming was toxic. We had a few sessions where we
Oh, they
had
were
toxic people.
super. Even chats were super.
Yeah.
If you're calling.
Yeah, okay, so you're right.
Yeah.
Let's take
Yeah, but
let's
you know
go back
what?
a little further. IRC, for those of you who don't remember, Internet Relay Chat, by the way, is what that means, because we're really old.
Don't be super geeky.
That was super geeky, okay?
Ooh,
Yeah,
I mean,
that was a toxic environment before.
You know what?
social
There's
media.
always-
That's how the hot tub Ford guy.
There's,
Kicked
there's
out of-
always been
yeah.
a certain element.
So nerds.
Certain element of that. So, when I was a kid, my dad wouldn't teach me sheephead. The game sheephead. Card game.
Sheep's Head is a very Midwest game.
That's a German game.
Yeah, but very Midwest.
So
There's a lot of
anyway,
Germans in the Midwest.
Yeah.
there's a lot of Germans in the Midwest, and it's a let's call it a trick-based game. Like some people may know euchre better, but sheephead adds this one element, adds an element to it that can frustrate and flabbergast people pretty regularly. And so I asked my dad. I said, "Hey, would you teach me how to play sheephead?" He goes, "Why? Do you want to lose friends?"
See, but then
Not wrong.
So even in a card game that was
Right.
5 people sitting
Yeah.
in front of each other.
right, but that again, different environment, because like your dad said, Do you want to lose friends? Which you're not going to in online gaming. They're not your friends.
Yeah.
You don't know them.
But
they don't know
are.
you. Yeah, some
that frustration.
You're not going to.
It depends on your interactions.
That frustration and that kind of thing. That those elements have been there. I think the online gaming have taken away some of the friendships. So now I don't have that interpersonal connection outside of, I still want to talk to you tomorrow. So now I'm going to just be more free to say whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It just adds this megaphone effect to some of the things we already would do in gaming. And
Yeah, no, I never did that in gaming. I mean, but when we were coming up, no, you wouldn't do that.
never through the table.
Nope. No.
Good for you.
I mean, I may have gotten upset with you, but I'm not going to flip the table because you won the damn game.
That's what we used to when we played chess.
Oh, she's a table flipper, huh?
Oh yeah, she's a table flipper.
All right, all right. So
that table's ass.
So again, there's a definite effect on players, but again.
By the way, that's one of the games that I've never seen it here. It's a Japanese game where you flip a table. It's a video game.
Yeah.
And you flip a table.
That's pretty smart, actually.
I looked last. I'm gonna look again when we go to see if I can find it.
But there should be like a marker for you, like a table flipper.
Yeah.
You know, like this person flips the table a
Yeah.
lot.
So the one thing I do want to talk about though is I think because of the sheer volume now of people playing online, I think that opens up to a whole lot more. I mean, when we used to play, it wasn't so.
It was all nerds, and everybody was happy to see somebody to play
online.
Yeah.
So you would occasionally run into the toxic personality online, but that was pretty much the exception, not the rule. I think two things have happened. One, pretty much everybody plays something online nowadays, whether you're playing it on your phone or your PC or your PS5 or your Xbox One. Everybody's playing something online with other people and other people they don't know because of matchmaking systems and things like that. So I think that opens up a lot more for that whole. You're going to run into the occasional.
So you are going to run into it. So then, what do you do about it? Because gaming's fun. And you need other people usually.
Well, what you do is what most people are doing. About 60% just stop playing that particular game.
Maybe instead of that. What else is going on?
So, like with Call of Duty right now, I don't hear any of it other than there's like a general like text chat. So it's not super common to hear commentary anymore because I play within my group.
Right.
So I'm always talking to my group. It's also nice because it improves communication, which can help you do better in the game. So say somebody, hey, there's a sniper in a tower on the north side. You know, we have our own names actually for different areas. You know, but you'll be like, there's a sniper over in Bob's tower over here. We actually name them by our camping spots. Like Rob's camping spot.
I was hoping you were going.
There's a guy huddled down there. So.
I was hoping you were going more short order cook, like you gotta call. We got a tall stack with butter on top.
We got 3 sleeve slabs in a cement garden.
Get creative, people.
But yeah, I mean, you can just talk within your own group, which is fine. If you don't have a lot of friends, that can become kind of hard. But if there's people that you'd like to play with, hey, friend them up and just kind of, just form a friend group, even online. And there's communities out there like Reddit, and all those other, and lots of other communities. Facebook even has communities for this, where you can meet other gamers that maybe are more like you, that don't want to hear about all the crap. Yeah. Right. So you can play with them, and you can go chat all amongst yourself, and you don't have to put up with the crap. I am sure people are still swearing at me.
Oh yeah, but you can't hear it. So
but I don't hear it. I don't care.
Right.
They're calling me names. Occasionally, I'll get an IM from one, like a direct message from somebody like talking some crap. But most of them end up crying. They most of them end up
Again, I told you, you won't even feel that knife sliding in. Kids.
Yeah.
Call of Duty doesn't have like a guild moderator or anything like
No, not really. There's not. They monitor communications supposedly. I don't know how
Well,
it
no,
works. 'Cause in our private, we can talk whatever crap we want.
When I used to play this Atlantia game, it was a MUD, graphical version of a MUD.
Right.
And
The MUD.
and you would join a guild, and the guild master, I guess, I don't know what the official name was, but would be able to monitor chats and things like that, and then boot you from the group if you were
Right.
if you
And
were
that's-
paying.
And for
Yeah,
that,
there's not much of that. I mean, unless you're in a private. If you're in private, yeah, you can boot them.
so because we're old, let me explain the term MUD, multi-user dungeon. Back in the old days, when we played with on mainframes and on BBSs, we had text-based adventure games that you could build out.
And we all talk crap, by the way.
Have a world. They were called multi-user dungeons, aka
All roads lead to Rome.
MUDs.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those lead to Rome. Okay, so hey, let's talk a bit about the demographics of this, because that I think is a really important subject.
I think I'm going to pop up to damage to company.
Oh yeah,
We'll
okay.
keep it really
All right,
short.
all right, yeah.
It says here one of the synopses is that toxic gaming communities can hurt the bottom line, and 61% of players have decided not to spend money in a game because of how other players treat them. And I get that.
So, but that's games that have in microtransactions in game.
That's
so you
all
already,
games now.
all
Okay,
games.
pretty much all games.
So you've already purchased the game though, so they've got your money
Right,
that way.
they got
already.
your money.
Yeah,
But-
12 years ago we lost that war.
Yeah, we did. We lost that battle.
Yeah, we did.
Sure did. But you might not buy new skins.
Right.
I'm real picky. Like, dude, there was Skeletor of the skin. I had to buy that. I had.
And all
I went
chicken
around with
skins.
Skeletor, and he says great Skeletor
Look
things.
at this.
I'm the hero, not He-Man. It's beautiful. I'm more of a hero than He-Man. It's just great listening to him run around. But
Now the second point on that's more going to hit the bottom line.
oh yeah, you know what? You're right. And 70% of players say they avoid certain games because of the reputation of the community.
Which means I'm not even going to buy that game to start with. If I've heard that the community is a bunch of
I'm not even going
a-holes,
to buy that shield to be shilled.
I mean,
thank you.
Everybody has CS:GO. I think doesn't everybody on the planet have CS:GO? They got a copy of it 100 years ago and some thing. But I don't play it because I know that the community is pretty toxic. I played it a few times. Unfortunately, I'm bottom rung, so I did okay. But man, the chat in there is I don't know how it is now, but it was insane. I cannot believe the crap they were dropping in that group. I'd hate to be like female in that realm.
Ugh. Yeah.
I'd hate to be gay in that realm too, because my God, they're just brutal. And so I can understand. I mean, I'm guessing that there's certain demographics that are like, yeah, I'm not gonna play that game. It's known to be toxic to my community. I get that.
Okay, so real quick.
Oh, hey Bears, how's it going? Yeah. I've heard that too. It's weird because I played a bit of GTA, but I never played online. So.
But I do like the fact that it defaults with the chat set to off.
That's smart.
That is actually a good.
I've actually heard that can be a toxic community, but yeah, I've never actually played it online.
I see, but there's a game that I think, like you talked about earlier with games, you're already a highly aggressive game. GTA is a highly aggressive game to start with. Grand Theft Auto. So you're already playing an aggressive game. I think that's going to
And
come
an
through.
aggressive game that's not particularly PC.
No.
Oh, it's definitely not a PC.
No, it's
definitely
definitely
not a
not.
politically correct game. And
So,
I.
in fact, abusing other people is kind of the goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so if you're
I think in game, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty rough. It's a fun game, though.
No, it's a great game, but I think...
Well, I can imagine.
Abuse is the feature, not the bug.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, if I'm trying to play the game, that feature can be a turnoff. So let's
Man, don't tell me my bad style of bashing that head in
Yeah,
is wrong.
Yeah. Asshole. I'm sure that happens. I can't even imagine walking into Grand Theft Auto Online and like playing because I would be so embarrassed of my lack of skill. It's just I have no skill whatsoever.
Oh,
I'd just be stupid.
Remember GTA 2 and how cool it
Yeah. All right, hey, so let's talk a little bit. So here's
I've been playing since the beginning, you asshole.
here's the 500-pound gorilla in the room.
Oh, you want to talk demographics?
Yeah, let's talk demographics. Because this is an issue.
Dude, knock it off.
I'm not going to give the numbers.
Cut to the chase.
Yeah, cut to the fucking chase.
So there is, see, this demographic overlaps, and that's the problem that I have with this. But anyway, female gamers often face more severe harassment. That's absolutely true compared to their male counterparts. I've seen that with Darlene because I do way more hateful shit in game than she does.
Yeah,
and they just really they can be rough on her, but she don't care because she lives with me.
Yeah.
So
okay,
but,
she's at trading.
They say that over 80% of multiplayer gamers have experienced toxicity related to gender, race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, which I think that's 100%. If you are playing anywhere near decently or really bad, unless you're a very center of the road gamer, you've definitely been called gay. There is absolutely no question that.
And what was weird is it was from
your friends. Yeah, that's the worst part.
Hey, so I'm going to bring up another. So
religion. By the way,
we'll talk about gender. You don't have calling somebody out toxically is there's lots of ways to. And sometimes the way that
is this a guy
that females are called out in the game is not just with direct insults and things like that, but with guys trying to mansplain the game to the girl who's playing it. Don't do that, guys. You know what? You're not endearing yourself in any way when you mansplain the game to a woman.
There are plenty of gamers.
That's really toxic.
I have issues with mansplaining as a general thought.
We mansplain to each other.
Yeah, well, that's
kind of
let's say
it might be a
the
genetics
assumption that I don't know what you know.
Right. Yeah, but
and until you tell me what you don't know,
that's not mansplaining, okay?
No, but that is the accusation. I've been accused of that.
Okay, well that's
because I don't know what you don't know.
To be fair, Larry splains everything.
Sure.
That is just in his. I do think that
Larry will bend
sometimes
down to tie his shoes and explain to us what he's doing.
I will say, This goes down to
Skechers slip-ons, by the way. They are terrific.
Ask me the ambassador, because evidently that works.
This goes back. This goes down to one of those classic problems. If you're a minority, and you don't get hired for a job, right? Two people, one's white, one's black. They both go in for a job interview, and the white person doesn't get the job. They're just like, well, for whatever reason it didn't fit. But a black person has to ask the question. Was it because they were racist? And they should, because that definitely happens.
So women,
I know because I've witnessed it. It definitely happens. So you got to ask your question, but
women will
also ask that question. It's the same question. Am I being mansplained? Because it definitely happens, but it's not always mansplaining. Sometimes it's just how you are.
We're trying to help.
I'm terrible.
You can be over helpful, guys. Let me just tell you, you can be over helpful.
And then if you stop explaining.
No, they'll ask you. Trust me, they will ask.
Yeah, I do think as a general guideline, unless you see somebody really struggling with the game.
Thank you.
I think that's probably the best thing. And just
keep
say, hey,
look,
shut. And maybe I guess if
do you
you're a guy,
in
explain
that
yourself.
corner? I mean, it's what you guys told me.
Yeah.
No, that's
you were mansplaining me.
We were mansplaining you.
You were just giving me simple instructions.
Yeah, there
are. It was helpful, and after a few games, I was in.
There are two sides of that, and I think some of it is bloated. But you can understand how somebody can be sensitive to that because they have had it happen
all the time.
All the time, exactly. When it happens to you constantly, I get it. It's not always what you may think it is because you've had all these problems.
All right.
It's, but it does happen.
All right.
I don't want to try and take away from that.
No.
So,
all right. We're going back to the rails.
Yeah, let's go back on the rails.
Well, I thought one interesting thing is that younger players are more likely to take action against toxic.
Good.
I know. I think that is good. You should take action against it. You know what? There is like with our generation, like us Gen Xers, there is kind of a thing where you just kind of shut up. And
we expected to die in a nuclear war. So
I do think we're less likely to report bad behavior. I'll report it. I think if it's, I have reported like really excessively racist behavior.
Yeah.
I report like some people are just dropping the N-bomb. It's like, dude, you cannot. How do you not know that you should not do that?
Thank you.
Where did you grow up that you dumb?
That you thought that's okay.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Right.
You know, so that I'm going to call you out on.
You're not a rapper. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, please. Hey, if you're doing a rap and you drop the N-bomb because it's in the rap, I'm fine.
Right.
Weirdly enough, people do that. But
like they're just singing the lyrics of an already existing
when you're
song.
saying stuff, and,
right.
I don't like that at all.
But I'm glad to hear that younger people are stepping up and shutting that stuff down, because the community's not going to get any better if.
Yeah, but you know what? Going back to page 1, they're the more likely people
To drop out?
No, to be doing it.
Well, yes, but then
do you think younger players are more likely to? Yeah. You know what? Online, I think that is probably
That is
like
very
20 something.
So now it's like, you know what? You don't have to call.
But then their peers are calling them out. But then their peers are calling them out, which is perfect.
It's very circular. Maybe us Xers need to drop out and go, you guys fight it out.
I want. Can I take a second just to mansplain what I said there? I do not want to make out like all like 20-year-olds are sitting there actively screaming idiots. They definitely aren't. The majority of people, even online, the majority of people, even on Call of Duty, are pretty decent people, and they just want to have fun and enjoy themselves. It's not. But it is a problem that definitely needs to be looked at, and I'm glad that they're finally kind of addressing this. You know.
Yeah.
But it is a problem. It just needs to be addressed. You know, I mean, quit acting like an idiot online.
Let's talk about the efforts that are being made to stop this, because it is a problem. It's again, with those kind of numbers, when you're talking above 50% of any,
It's a mirror
Playing.
problem.
And again, I don't.
People need more mirrors. They need more self-reflection.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
I mean,
all right.
To be.
We can encourage self-reflection.
I
should
encourage self-reflection.
Good luck with that.
I don't want it to get to the point where people who are in their private chats are being censured and thrown out.
Oh, no.
What they said in their private chats.
It's your private chat.
It's your private chat. Even if I don't agree with what you're saying, I don't want your private chat to be infiltrated. My problem is when it starts hurting others. That is the big problem I have.
So, do we know
After other
if gaming
people.
companies are monitoring private chats at all?
Yeah, I mean, there's moderation.
You said the game you played, they monitored private chat.
No, there was the individual leaders of different groups.
They don't monitor
monitor.
group chat. They would not monitor.
And they would.
So
and
if I PM'd somebody, they wouldn't monitor that, but they would monitor like the group chat.
The leader of a group you chose to be in could monitor your chats
Could he monitor my PMs?
and then
That's the problem.
and jettison you from.
Even for PMs?
I don't know what you mean by PM.
Private
Private.
message.
When you're just.
So if
Oh, if I just said something you know, it's more of the general.
group chat. The group chat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking within your group, not like sending horrible messages to other people.
That's fine. If that's between you and
If it's between you and your friends, it's okay.
But-
If it's between
but-
you,
yeah,
if you start dropping the N-bomb on somebody who never played with you before, and you're sending him a PM like that.
see,
You
that's
should
a problem.
get in trouble.
But
If
you
you
said
said
that's a
PM,
problem then,
though-
because do you want them monitoring your private chat?
They do. They do right now.
All right.
They do.
But even even in that game that I played, and this is a while back, you know, if you had a PM and you sent it to me, I could mention it to the leader of the group, and the leader of the group could boot them. So there was a mechanic in that game
Right.
that would kind of
take care of it. And there's been, booting in games. You used to be able to boot in most multiplayer
Kick
games.
and ban, dude. Kick and ban.
Act like an a-hole. You just kick them. And I think that's one of the... I'll go on to that after the moderation efforts, actually.
All right.
The greater thing would be, the better thing is just, and I know this was a societal shift. If we just, you know what? I know that over the years, and courtesy and civility and stuff, sometimes Pride and Prejudice, right? It gets kind of a bad name and stuff. But I kind of feel like, if you were just taught that younger, you just wouldn't do it later.
Well, that's how our generation, we punch in the face was the
you learn not to, yeah.
You learn not to, and I think that's probably why many of us are a little more civil. At least those of us who live in places
there is some right is right kind of thing to civility, right? That you just, and I know, and this, I know I'm droning on long, but and going into multiple psych things. So, for example, the Beatles would talk about, wear a face that you wear at the face. You know what? It's okay to wear a civility face in online, and then maybe swear like a sailor at home. It's okay to do that, and it probably is right.
It's good. I've said that's why I said this before, that that being a hypocrite is necessary. It's not necessarily bad to be a hypocrite as long as you recognize that you're being one. There are times you probably should not tell your kid that you're whacked out on acid throughout high school. That's not something you should tell your 8-year-old kid. There's a filter that you need to apply.
Yeah, when they're 28.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let them know.
And whatever. But when you're raising them, they're looking up to you, and you don't want them to gain those behaviors. There's a lot of behaviors that I did when I was younger that I didn't want my son having, so I kept him away from those behaviors. But
he's better than this, Joe.
Yeah.
All right.
Moderation efforts.
So, anyway, what are the gaming companies doing about all this?
So they are Microsoft specifically, and I can't speak for PlayStation, but Microsoft specifically is using AI moderation. In other words, they are checking to see what you're saying. I can't imagine. So there's 3 rungs, right, of chat. There's public chat. Let's start with the public side, which is everybody can hear you. There's group chat, where the people that you choose,
your team members, right,
can hear you, and then there's private messages that go from one person to the other. What you say privately to somebody else, I think it kind of needs to be monitored, because there are people who abuse that, and I've definitely been on the receiving end. But to me, it's just hilarious. But I can understand how somebody who's more sensitive about their plays could definitely be hurt by that. And if somebody's constantly harassing you, I think they should stop that. The public realm, there definitely needs to be some moderation, and Xbox has definitely been working on it. I don't know how successful they are, honestly.
All right.
I definitely know in group chat, we say whatever. We say awful stuff in group chat. There's just no way they're really doing anything.
So your AI monitoring's not working.
Yeah, we say awful stuff in private chat, but I don't. That's not the same as going out there and harassing people. That's totally different. Harassing your friends is one of the joys of having friends.
Thank you. As we well know.
Whereas harassing strangers, that's just being an a-hole.
Right. And again, this goes back down to...
You know what you're talking about.
I do. Yeah.
You guys
know.
I'm good at that too.
I'm so sorry.
So,
being me.
So it's good that they're doing it, but evidently, again, and I like the idea of...
How's your coin doing, pussy? Anyway, sorry,
Again, just watch any episode where one of us is missing and listen to us talk about the other ones.
Well, that just got us the explicit mark on this episode. Sorry about that.
Well, once we have that, I just want to put a
Mark.
general idea. Let's stop negatively, bashing our genitalia. Okay, people, leave it alone.
Don't call
They're
it
beautiful.
beautiful.
They're all beautiful.
Wait a minute.
I mean,
I'm never leaving my genitalia alone.
Yeah, stop bashing it though.
I'm definitely not saying
Wonderful, wonderful stuff.
Just gonna say, don't kink shame, okay? Don't kink shame.
you should not kink shame. Unless it's illegal.
Wow.
Then you probably should kink shame.
Okay. All right,
That's fair enough.
Go to far afield again.
Hey, by the way, we renamed this episode "Three Guys and Off the Rails."
I mean, that could be pretty much any episode.
Yeah,
Really.
really. All right, so let's wrap this part up, and then let's talk about what's coming up. So it's again,
So be nicer out there.
that's not that hard to do, and
It's
again,
not that hard to do.
there are. I'm going to go with, if you really are looking for games that tend not to be as toxic, look for team play games. They tend to be less toxic. You're usually with the team. They'll carry you if you're not that good yet. Usually help you out when you're getting going.
Board game variants.
Are also really non-toxic online. In fact, they're absolutely non-toxic. They're kind of boring. But
Aw.
if it's your thing,
Yeah, but it's a really good game.
if it's your thing,
Settlers of Catan is great.
I know. Play it anyways. What do you think, Rob?
Join a nice clan. A nice one that you actually get along with the people in it. You can talk to them, and you're gonna avoid a lot of the problems that are out there. Look, I'm not gonna make the argument that when you're in public chat, you just get what you get. I don't think it should be like that. I think people should be putting on their best. Maybe not their best faces, because part of it is talking smack.
Right,
But don't be
Hey,
don't be a jerk
and
about.
this is meaningful. Hey, when you're in that public chat, you know what? At least put a shirt on.
Maybe.
I mean, Larry doesn't.
Yeah, it's just because say Larry.
Yeah.
It's Saturday, he's not wearing a shirt.
Definitely.
right.
Shitless Saturday.
That's why it was meaningful.
All right. So the bottom
It
line
was
is,
metaphoric shirt.
the bottom line
It was
is,
metaphoric shirt.
look for a clan. Pick a game where the culture's not toxic, and gaming companies address it. I know you're trying to, and that's great. But as the gaming industry has grown exponentially, as the amount of online games has grown exponentially. Nowadays everything's online. When we were playing, there was 2 or 3 games online. Now everything's online. You really need to step up and keep that stuff on lock, because you're losing money. That's the bottom line. You want a good reason to get it under control? You're losing money. And I won't play games if I get in a game and everybody's kind of an a-hole. I'm gonna go find something else to play. Yeah, I may have bought the game, but I'm not making any more game purchases.
You know what I think? I think we're going to play some games this weekend in Pittsburgh, and we were not going to run into
Nice
this.
segue.
Nice segue, Kate.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
so what I was talking about is we're going to be at the Pittsburgh Gaming Expo this weekend. Come out and say hi to the guys, Games and Beer crew. This is our first time out there. We are going to be bringing Steel Battalion, which is its first time on the East Coast, from our group. There are a few other places where it's appeared.
But it'll be 10 fully networked machines, so we can have 10 on 10 death battles. If we have the right group, maybe we'll have a mission
little
battle,
team play,
a
little team play. All right.
So we're looking forward to presenting that and our version of Steel Battalions, and it will also hopefully have a few interviews from that.
Definitely doing a beer court.
We'll definitely do beer court. We'll see. There's some amazing bands at that venue, and we're hoping.
Psycho Stick, talking to you guys.
Psycho Stick, Power Glove.
Power Glove.
And,
Come on the show. Let's talk some gaming.
Yeah, so So we definitely are hoping to maybe get them for a little interview, so we'll have a couple other special pieces.
Yeah, we're bringing a few surprises.
Yeah, we're gonna bring a couple special pieces that are near and dear to the heart of the team.
Yeah,
And so we are very excited, and this is the first time we've gone out to this convention, and we're excited to go.
yeah, and bringing lots of cool kit out there. So the Steel Battalion collection that Larry talked about is Guys, Games, and Beer has probably I'm gonna just put out there. We have the largest collection of Steel Battalion in the world. They
only allow us to hook together 10, but if we could, we'd hook together
we could literally
30 some.
We literally could put more than 30 machines together.
We went through a vat of lithium grease last time.
We did. So a couple of weeks ago, we had a maintenance session working on these systems, and it was like, holy shit, we need more.
The key, the system was designed with 10, and we can do that. So that's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
And if you don't know how, and you come out to this convention and you've never seen it, you've never played it, we'll give you the basics.
We've got some really good trainers. Mel, Larry, Travis can show you how to play the game. It's an amazing game. It is the most realistic mech game you're ever going to play. The controller is phenomenal, and just to toot our horn a little bit, we do the best Steel Battalion setup in the field because we've been doing it for a while.
Well, there goes that demographic. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, so come on out, check out Steel Battalion.
Being the other demographic that's trying to work cons and bring up.
Yeah, check us out there. Sit and watch us do a few live sessions from the show. Check out some of the special stuff we're bringing out there that doesn't get out to the East Coast.
We're always very accessible too, so we'll sit and chat with you.
Buy us a beer,
and we'll sit and chat and
buy
talk
us a beer.
Gaming. Yeah, so it should be a very exciting
we'll give you a
weekend.
beer.
So looking forward to that.
All right, so if you're not doing anything this weekend and you're in the Pittsburgh area, make sure to stop out at the Pittsburgh Gaming Expo in Monroeville. In Monroeville. Pennsylvania. We will be there all weekend long. We're going to get in. We'll be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Check it out. It looks like it's going to be amazing. We are really stoked for this one. We'll see you out there. All right, Rob, take us out of this mess.
This is every episode is brought to you by Lionheart Racing. Lionheart Racing, all the joys of racing without the rubber hot dogs. You want to check them out, you can go to guysgamesandbeer.net. There's a big old red, white, and blue 77 up there. Click right through and listen to some racing, watch some racing. You're going to enjoy it. I guarantee it. If you like racing. I mean, if you don't like racing at all, I suppose there's no reason. But if you love racing, you're going to love this. Also note that we're available on Facebook at www.facebook.com/guysgamesandbeer. We're the dankest of memes by Master Memetology. Dallas is posted on a daily basis, sometimes multiple,
not
guaranteed to make you lose sleep at night.
Not safe for work.
Yep. Also note, if you're a podcast person, we are back on the podcasting. We're back afield. We're podcasting. You can check us out on iTunes. Do us a big favor. Drop us a review. Let us know how we're doing. Except for that.
Are we not also available on Amazon?
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
But you had to cut it before you got to it.
Yeah, let me die. Yeah. Penalty shot. Anyway, we're gonna return that.
Wait,
I swear to God.
dick. Oh wait, just
No, see that just.
All right. So where else are we available, Rob?
Yes, we are available now on Amazon, and we are also available on pretty much any podcasting place at this point. We are growing and being added to new podcasting places regularly. If you're on rss.com, you can subscribe to us there as well. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you're watching this and you like it, drop a review. It really does help the podcast. And if you are at an event and Guys, Games, and Beers is going to be there, like Pittsburgh, come on, man. Come visit us. We love talking to people, and you know what? You can have a beer with us. We're that kind of people. Thank you very much, and we will see you next week. Same time, same channel.
Little!
Hey, guess who hit the